Welcome back to the Roberta Show, a space for real conversations, real growth, and real transformation. I'm your host, Roberta Tabb, the Affirmation Architect. If you've been with me this season, you've probably noticed something. We haven't been talking about becoming perfect. We've been talking about becoming aligned. We've talked about feeling disconnected, the patterns that keep you stuck, mental clutter, avoidance, getting honest about what you really want, learning to trust yourself again. And today, I want to talk about what happens after all of that work, because there comes a moment when you realize you're not the same person anymore. You don't think the same. You don't tolerate the same things. You don't dream the same dreams. You don't respond the same way. And that's when you know you've started becoming someone who moves differently. Not because your life changed overnight, but because you changed at all. Part 1. Your identity creates your life. People often focus on changing their circumstances. A better job, a healthier relationship, more confidence, more money, a different routine. But real transformation starts much deeper than that. It starts with identity. Because your life will almost always reflect who you believe you are. If you believe you're someone who always quits, you'll find reasons to quit. If you believe you're someone who never gets opportunities, you'll overlook the opportunities that are right in front of you. If you believe you're someone who can't trust yourself, you'll hesitate every time life asks you to decide. Your identity quietly influences every decision you make. That's why changing your habits without changing your identity rarely lasts. The real question isn't, what do I want to accomplish? It's, who do I need to become? Part 2. Stop asking for permission. One thing I've learned is this. People spend years waiting. Waiting for confidence. Waiting for certainty. Waiting for support. Waiting for someone to tell them they're ready. But the people who create meaningful change aren't necessarily the most talented. They're the ones who stop waiting. They decide. They decide that today is the day they'll start. They decide they're no longer available for excuses. They decide that fear no longer gets the final vote. Decision is powerful. Because every time you decide, you're telling yourself, I trust myself enough to move. Waiting keeps you connected to who you've been. Decision introduces you to who you're becoming. Part 3. Your next level requires a new standard. Let's be honest. You cannot expect a different life while accepting the same behaviors. Your next level requires new standards, not perfection, new higher standards. Maybe your new standard is honoring your boundaries. Maybe it's speaking to yourself with kindness. Maybe it's following through on your commitments, or maybe it's protecting your peace instead of protecting other people's expectations. Whatever it is, raise the standard. Because every standard you set is a reflection of what you believe you're worthy of. And here's something I want you to remember. Your standards don't push the right people away. They reveal who truly belongs in your life. Part 4. Move like the person you're becoming. I want to leave you with one question today. If you were already the person you're working so hard to become, how would you handle this week? Would you keep doubting yourself? Would you keep saying, I'll start Monday? Would you keep waiting for permission? Or would you move? Would you speak up? Would you apply? Would you rest? Would you set the boundary? And would you choose yourself? Here's the beautiful thing about identity. You don't have to wait until you arrive to start acting like the person you're becoming. You practice it every day, every conversation, every decision, every promise you keep to yourself. Your next level isn't built in one big moment. It's built in hundreds of small decisions that say, this is who I am now. And one day you'll look back and realize you didn't just change your habits. You changed your whole identity. Welcome to your affirmation work. Take a deep breath and allow these words to become your new standard. Repeat after me. I am becoming the person I was created to be. I trust myself to make aligned decisions. I no longer wait for permission to grow. I choose courage over comfort. I release the identity that no longer serves me. I honor the person I am becoming. My actions reflect my values. I move with intention. I move with confidence. I move with self-trust. Every decision I make builds my future. I am no longer waiting. I am deciding. Now here's your alignment check-in. Ask yourself, what would the highest version of me choose today? The truth is, your future is shaped by the identity you practice, not the identity you imagine. This week's action is, this week, make one decision as your future self, not the fearful version, not the uncertain version. The grounded, aligned, confident version of you. Then notice how differently you begin to move. Thank you for spending this time with me today. And remember, transformation isn't just about changing what you do. It's about changing who you believe yourself to be. Because once your identity shifts, your decisions shift, your standards shift, your life shifts. And that's how you move from simply hoping your life will change to becoming someone who creates that change. Until next time, keep choosing yourself, keep trusting yourself, and keep moving in alignment. I'll see you in the next episode of The Roberta Show.